These are Nutter Butter Peanut Butter Cookie Bars. Wow, that was a bit of a mouthful. Now this is America's favorite peanut butter cookie, and we have turned it into a cookie bar, or what you might know as a blondie. Hey, welcome back to Mr. H and Friends. I'm Nikisha, and today I'm cooking alone because unfortunately our little girl's not feeling very well, so she's upstairs having cuddles with Daddy, watching a film, and he's also looking after Alyssa. So I'm baking all by myself today, and I know that she would love to do this one because there's chocolate chips involved, and you know she loves to taste test those. Hopefully she'll be feeling well enough to do her own little taste test soon. But we have some Nutter Butters, and we've tried a couple of these, and I thought I need to do something with the remainder of these, and I found a recipe for Nutter Butter Cookie Bars. So that's what I'm going to be making today. Okay, to kick things off, I've got some light brown sugar, some kosher salt, and some vanilla in there. Got to go in with some melted butter, and now we need some peanut butter. So I am using Adam's No Stir creamy peanut butter that we were sent from Timothy, and I've got to say, not being a peanut butter fan, look how creamy that is. In America, how does this compare to other brands? Is it Jif or Sif or Jiffy or Skippy or something like that? You can tell I don't have peanut butter very often. This is actually David's bag, but it looks really quite creamy. And this one's made by the JM Smucker company in Ohio. So let us know if you tried this one before and if you rate it as one of the peanut butter brands, because I've got to say, it does look rather nice and creamy. So we're going in with our peanut butter. Now I know we were sent those lovely measuring cups from Mel, and I could have just poured all this peanut butter out and made life a lot simpler. However, I am being lazy because there isn't a measuring cup for this amount, and I couldn't be bothered to do 2 or 3 attempts at it. So we'll just go in with this now. I'm gonna get this mixed. Okay, we've got to go in with 3 eggs and mix them on low. So we're doing 1 at a time. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go in with a teaspoon of baking powder. That almost looks like caramel inside. That actually looks quite beautiful, I'd say. Now we're going to go in with some flour, and we're going to fold this in. So we've got 2 cups of plain flour going on in. The recipe says we just want to fold this in until only a couple of streaks of flour are remaining. There we go. And now the part where the Nutter Butters come in. Some of these are a little bit crushed. Now I'll tell you why. Nutter Butters are not readily available here in the UK. You can get them from importers, but they're not available in shops. However, Nutter Butters are made by Nabisco, and they also make Oreos, and Oreos are everywhere here, including supermarket owned brands. But what I have learned is that Oreos were made in 1912 in New York City by Nabisco, but it wasn't until about 1952 that that brand that we now know about an Oreo with the printing on it became apparent. So I'm not sure what the design was prior to 1952, but if I've got anybody watching that remembers the original Oreos, let me know. Nutter Butters, they are the most popular peanut butter sandwich cookie in the US, and they are actually shaped like peanuts. They've got a lovely cream filling inside, which is also peanutty. The outside, the actual biscuit itself, or the cookie should I say, sorry, that was the English in me. The cookies are peanut butter tasting, but also it's got a peanut butter filling. We need to chop some of these up to go into that batter. So lucky for me, I've got some broken ones that haven't lasted the transport journey, but that's fine because I need to chop them anyway. And I'm gonna add these in. Now another thing we don't get readily available here in the UK is peanut butter chips. So a lot of you might have this recipe or a similar recipe with peanut butter chips, but I'm gonna go for chocolate chips today, and I'm going to add these in instead of peanut butter chips. Let me know, would you rather have these with chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, butterscotch chips? So in with the chocolate chips and another little fold. So this consistency to me is a bit more like a cookie dough than a cake batter. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to end up, because I was imagining it a bit more like a cake rather than like a set cookie, but maybe that's what I should be expecting and not this. Who knows? Okay, we're about done now. So I just got to put this into our prepared pan, which I've got lightly greased and lined with parchment paper. The next step is some more chocolate chip cookies. We've just got to sprinkle them on top. Now this bit I think is quite fun. I've got to carefully take a nut of butter. It says twist it, but you know I'll probably break it, okay? And then we place it into the dough. We've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna bake this for about 25 to 27 minutes.
This smells amazing. This is my game. Peanut butter, cookies, chocolate chips. This has got my name written all over this.
Now I am going to be interested to see if it tastes like a cookie or if it's more like a blondie. I don't know if have you had a blondie before? So blondie is like the opposite of a brownie.
Right, yeah.
But we will see. So we're gonna find this out, but I've got to say I'm quite proud of how they look. I think with the nutter butters on top, they look quite aesthetically pleasing and, oh, I don't know, YouTube worthy. Let me know, do you agree? Are these YouTube worthy looking cookie bars? Now, the children are actually both having a nap, so we thought we'd have a little cheeky taste test, didn't we?
And we've got some milk. After you, darling. The fruits of your labour.
These are quite big slices, aren't they? Do you want a half one or do you want a whole one?
Whole one.
Okay, all right, well. I don't know if they're meant to be this big. Is this like some Whopper-sized nutter butter?
Hey, it's American.
Okay, I'm going in.
Yeah?
For me, this has actually got that cookie kind of quality to it. It does taste like a real soft cookie rather than like a cake or a blondie. It's got like a bit of a crispy topping like you would expect from a cookie, but rather than being chewy inside, it's soft. And then if you bite a bit with the nutter butter on top, there's a nice little crunch.
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep you waiting. Well, I didn't have to. I was going to say I don't want to keep you waiting, but you dove straight in.
This is quite light, isn't it? I was expecting it to be quite heavy. It smells amazing. Smell the chocolate, smell the peanut butter. My mouth is salivating. The crunch. Oh yeah, it's good, isn't it?
I am getting bits of the salt coming through as well. And that's working really nicely and balancing out that like kind of caramel sweetness you get from the light brown sugar.
That is not heavy at all. That crunch is amazing. I can taste the peanut butter, chocolate, bit of salt's coming through, which is really good. One more bite.
It's nice because you said it's not too heavy, and I also thought it was going to be quite sweet and sickly when I was putting the sugar in, but it's not. It's good. Now, do you know what I would do as well if we had it? So many of you have told us this before, but I would crumble this up and put it with ice cream.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but I'll have a little dip. That coolness adds a really nice element to it.
They do work well together, don't they? You're enjoying this? It does actually just taste like a peanut butter cookie, but I'll probably go better than a peanut butter cookie, better than ones we tried before. I love the bite with the nutter butter.
Marks out of 10.
Didn't think this was going to happen. I'm going 10.
Are you? Hey!
I think you guys have converted me to peanut butter.
I'm going to have to go 9.5.
Oh!
I think it's amazing. I really like it. Reese's, just. I know it's not a cookie or anything like that, but Reese's just edge it. This is amazing. For those of you who don't know, we are taking the plunge and doing YouTube full time. If you would like to support the channel and you haven't already, please support us by subscribing and liking this video. We would really appreciate it from me and Nikita and the kids. And all that leaves this little British family to say is...
Take care.
God bless.
And see you in the next video.